Well, this weekend, cars will race through downtown D.C. at speeds over 170 miles per hour. But the planning for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix also came together lightning fast. For more context, our Ted Oberg explains why the event almost didn't happen and how race organizers regrouped to bring it together in record speed.
In D.C., we like to think we're different, but I think this race really is.
No doubt.
Why?
Well, first of all, it's never happened before.
Yeah.
It's never happened before. And if you were to ask anybody on Capitol Hill to my left or downtown with the mayor or the White House, could this ever happen? I mean, the easy answer is no.
Penske Oil's Bud Denker is the chairman of the D.C. Freedom 250 Grand Prix. This race, it's going to happen. I mean, take a look around. But his original idea was to hold this race on a lap around the U.S. Capitol. He had dozens of meetings up on the Hill, he told us, and after those, he finally realized what it meant to be stuck in Washington gridlock.
On January 21st, I had 51 people to call to say we're unplugging this, from Senator Thune to Senator Schumer, Leader Jeffries, the Speaker, President's office. They were the people I was calling on January 22nd to say we're done because we're not getting the votes.
We tried.
We tried. And Secretary Duffy called me immediately and said, don't do that yet.
Yeah.
We have another idea for you. I said, okay, I'm going to give you 24 hours because I don't have much time here between January 22nd and August 22nd. And he came back to me and said, if you can design a racetrack off Capitol Hill, there's a likelihood we could give you an executive order.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure.
The snow is coming and it starts tonight.
I came back the very next morning on a Saturday morning. You were having a blizzard that night. And started measuring the roads. Normally this would take me weeks to design a track. In 2 hours, I designed the new track.
Wow. How many of these things have you gone from, hey, this is a great idea, to green flag in 7.5 months?
That's a short window, definitely a short window. I've never done it that fast.
Martin Thake is an experienced IndyCar track designer. He's done dozens of them over the years, all over the country, including the one just up the road in Baltimore in 2011. But he worked on that track for 3 years. So we wanted to ask him, how unusual is it for a race of this size to come together this fast?
I moved there early October of 2010 to finish out that year of final planning and construction. So it's pretty intense.
Why does it take that long?
You're basically building a small city within a big city.
President Trump welcomed some of the biggest names in motorsports to the White House this afternoon to promote the IndyCar Freedom 250 Grand Prix in Washington.
The person who's in charge of this race said he has talked not only to the president himself, but has cabinet secretaries on speed dial in his phone.
Exactly.
How big a deal is that?
It's good business sense. It's a big deal.
A lot of people in this city can say no.
Yeah.
Many of them can't say yes.
Crews are busy turning district streets into an IndyCar racetrack.
The permitting process here is really laborious. 1,350 page of permits. Not all city, there's NPS in that as well.
We're at the corner of Pennsylvania and 4th. What will you do between now and race day to change this road?
Yeah, the roads are pretty much, by the way, your streets, people scoff at me, are in pretty good shape.
The streets you drive on, yeah. The streets Indy drivers will drive on are, maybe not all of them.
And they were that way before we came here. We have to weld down over 200 manhole covers, weld them down. Because our cars create so much suction because of the downforce they create, those big wings.
Yes.
It'll pull every one of them out of the ground.
Your car's going to hurt our roads?
No, our cars, think about this, our cars weigh 1,800 pounds. What's a bus weigh? These cars that are behind me weigh 3,500 pounds. We've had racing in the streets for 50 years in Long Beach, California. Never had to repair a road, ever.
So will the roads look better when you leave, or worse, or we won't really notice?
We won't really notice.
Mayor Bowser was revved up for the upcoming Freedom 250 Grand Prix.
You're never going to see a race in the city streets.
You're not willing to do it again?
The mayor keeps asking me to do a multi-year deal. The president has asked me to do a multi-year deal. I'm saying, let's see how it goes this year.
Ted will have more of that conversation tomorrow, breaking down what the Freedom 250 Grand Prix costs, who is paying for what, and what some say Washingtonians stand to gain.